Hey everyone, it's me again, just your ordinary Potter girl, and today I'm coming to you with some very exciting book mail I have to open. Let's unbox this package. Let's see what's inside. Ooh, this is a bit dusty. But it's the Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban House Edition! Yay! This is the Ravenclaw Edition. And here comes the Gryffindor Edition! Yay! I love them. They look even better than I expected, and I love the sprayed edges. They look so good. Okay guys, so here I have the Prisoner of Azkaban editions for Ravenclaw and Gryffindor. And now we're gonna have a closer look on them. Okay, so here we have the Gryffindor edition, looking very shiny. First of all, you can see that on the cover there's of course written Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And right there in the middle, you can see the animagus form of Sirius Black, who is of course the Prisoner of Azkaban. Just over Sirius, here in the right corner, we can see the animagus form of James Potter. So Harry's father, who was of course also in Gryffindor. He was one of the four Marauders, and here we have his animagus form. Right under that, you can see a picture of the Shrieking Shack, which was a meeting place. Well, not really a meeting place, but a place where the Marauders used to go in their time in Hogwarts, and I don't want to spoil anyone by accident, so if you read the book, you know why they meet there, and if you haven't read it, go read it, it's a great one. Down here in the corner, we can see Harry conjuring his Patronus, and right here on the bottom, we can see a helmet from a knight, which also makes sense because Gryffindor House is of course the house that stands for bravery, and so a symbol of a knight fits to that house. Down here we have a werewolf, he's here. And if you've read the book, you know who that werewolf is and why that fits to Gryffindor. And here on the right side, you can see that there is Rubeus Hagrid, who was also a Gryffindor. Overall, on this picture on the cover, there are pretty much a lot of Dementors. I'm going to show you one. Here at the top, you can see one of them. Here's one. And there's another one. So there are Dementors all over this cover, and of course Dementors play a big role in this part of Harry Potter. Another thing that is even more all over this cover here are trees. And you can see that all over this cover there are a lot of trees, and we know that the Forbidden Forest plays a big role in this part of Harry Potter because a lot of action in the end of the book takes place in the Forbidden Forest, and we also have kind of magical creatures lessons there. So my guess is that these trees are a symbol for the Forbidden Forest. Okay, so now we move from the front cover to the side of the book. And you can see that here we have the Gryffindor lion. Okay, so let's move on to the Ravenclaw edition. Here we have the Ravenclaw edition, and you can see, I hope you can see that quite well on the video, that here we have a lot of bronze colors, so not the gold from the Gryffindor one. And let's see what details we can find on this cover. Okay, so again in the middle we have a picture of the animagus form of Sirius Black. Behind that we can see 4 towers which belong to Azkaban, the wizarding prison. Here in front of the moon, which of course the moon is a symbol for a werewolf, and in front of that there is Buckbeak, so the hippogriff, and of course you can see the wings, so that's an animal that can fly. Air is a symbol of Ravenclaw House, if you haven't known that. I mean, Ravenclaw's animal is also an eagle, so that fits. So here's a hippogriff. Just like on the Gryffindor cover, we can also find Dementors on this cover. Here on the bottom, where the Gryffindor cover had the helmet of the knight, here we have a cup of tea, of course because there are prophecies in cups of tea. And the teacher for divination is Sybil Trelawney, she's here. And she's a Ravenclaw. And all over the Ravenclaw cover you can find lots of little stars, which is of course also something that represents the sky, and with that the air, which is an element of Ravenclaw. But I think also has a meaning for divination and the stargazing of the centaurs in this book, so that also fits to Ravenclaw. Okay, so now that we've had a detailed look on the covers of these books, let's see what they look like on the inside and what bonus content we can find there for each house. Right at the beginning, where we also have the table of contents, we see an image of Godric Gryffindor, who's the Gryffindor founder. And for the Ravenclaw edition here, we have a picture of Verena Ravenclaw, who's the Ravenclaw founder. Then we move on to the introductions, which is for Ravenclaw an introduction that focuses a lot on divination, as you can see here, and Professor Trelawney, because she is the teacher for divination and she's a Ravenclaw. Here we have the Gryffindor introduction, and you can see that this one focuses on time turners. Okay, so now we've jumped to the end of the book, where we can find out something about Patronuses, and here we can see that this is the Gryffindor edition, and there is a lot about the Patronuses of, for example, Harry or Ginny, or there's a picture of Hermione's Patronus. And in the Ravenclaw edition we also have a section about the Patronus, but here it focuses on, for example, Cho Chang's Patronus or also Luna Lovegood's. And here we have a drawing of Cho Chang's Patronus. Okay, so that was already all of the bonus content that is in the Prisoner of Azkaban books. I think it's a bit less than in the other house editions, so I think that Chamber of Secrets and Philosopher's Stone had a bit more bonus content, so house-specific content, because I think in one of them there was a quiz, there was like a section of famous Ravenclaws, but nonetheless I really enjoyed this bonus content. It was really fun to have a look at, and yeah, I can't wait to read these books. Of course I already read Prisoner of Azkaban, but it's always fun to read the house editions, and I'm very excited to start reading them. If you're interested in the newly released Harry Potter Vans collection, then click on my video here. Or if you're interested in 4 new Harry Potter bonus books that are coming out this summer, then click here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I see you in my next one. Until then, bye guys!